Hello everybody, Hunter Bakes here, back with the review. Everybody here with the next review for Halloween Support with everybody. Apologies in advance for hiccups and burps everybody. I did have food not too long ago, but I'll try to keep it under control. But anyways everybody, for today's review everybody, I am going to be tackling something that I've been meaning to do for quite a while here, for Always Support with everybody. That being the 1990 TV Geeks everybody. I have heard some conflicting stuff, it be it either TV movie or miniseries, everybody. But nevertheless, everybody, today, everybody, we're going to be taking a look at the first film adaptation of It's Everybody TV Geeks It from 1990 or one. Everybody, there's been a little bit of a backstory. We do it into everybody. Now, for those who weren't around during my YouTube channel in 2017, everybody, that was what, like I said, my Ghostbusters were Afterlife. Everybody, that's why the first Halloween just with everybody. Everybody, one of the things I had planned for my first iteration of Halloween just with everybody was the Stevie Cakes. Everybody, I got a DVD there, but the DVD only played the first half there, and well, I had to make a bit of a video, kind of expressing my frustrations there and stuff like that there. I eventually got a refund for the DVD copy of it there by everyone looking back on it, was a little bit silly there, since I found out a couple years later there that that the DVD did play a second half there of it there by, but still some like complaints there that don't recommend by DVD there, by because how they have it set up there was pretty stupid there, because apparently in order to watch the second half of it, you had to flip the disc on the other side around there. I mean, what kind of DVD requires you to flip the other side around in order to watch the other half of something there? I mean, was it really that hard for the DVD manufacturers to make a second DVD copy there where you can watch the second half of Stephen King's It there? So yeah, everybody. But anyways, everybody, is kind of I admit as for the backstory here, by for for Stephen King's It, everybody for the channel and whatnot there. So yeah. Everybody would list out different things for this year's Halloween Special, with everybody decided to add the It movies, everybody, but then came back around to me, everybody, that I never got around to doing the It miniseries there. Never got back to the fish get up there, so I decided to add Stephen King's It to the list as well there, so finally, everybody had a chance to watch Stephen King's It, everybody, so now here to my review for y'all. Everyone was curious to see what my opinions on it were going to be, everybody, as I heard rather different things here, with some people saying it be a pretty scary, everybody, while others say is becomes pretty cheesy there and whatnot, so I was kind of curious to see where I would fall into the fence, everybody, so I read the chance to watch everybody, now read the review for Stephen King's It, everybody, so without further ado, let's go get right to everyone. As usual, be over pros and cons, plot summary, pros and cons, and overall thoughts recommendation. Let's go get right to everybody. First off, plot everybody. Story takes place in Dairy Maid, everyone, where there have been instances of kids disappearing there, with the latest one involving a little girl there, and one of the citizens of Dairy Maid, Mike, is a funny old picture of George, who was the little brother of an old friend of his, Bill. And he realizes that it came back. And so Mike contacts his old friends there. And then we eventually get a little bit back and forth between the introduction of our main characters there, as adults there. Also, backstories there as to how they met there, and their history with it. It's most notable for being Pennywise the Dancing Clown. After the last confrontation there, they would vow that if ever came back, they would finish the job there. So after getting everybody back together once again, Mike and the others there gather together to try to stop it once and for all. That is pretty much it for the plot story for It Everyone. So for CV Kings Everyone. So now to pros and cons everybody. And again, apologies for hiccups. His birthday while trying to kill a troll here. By the ways, after seeing It Everyone, or what I think about everybody, everyone, not gonna everyone, seeing it after his entirety after all these years or what, it was a rather mixed bag. There were definitely different things I enjoyed about it there, but things I didn't like much about it. I'll go ahead and start by talking about the things I really enjoyed, everyone. The first and biggest thing I really enjoyed about it, everybody, was their performances of the actors, everybody. With my overall favorite being Tim Curry's performance as Pennywise and Daisy Cloud there. And, I can definitely see people appreciate his performance there, different perspectives there. As there were definitely parts of it, everybody, where Pennywise was pretty intimidating there, but there was also parts where he was pretty goofy there and stuff like that. It was, well, no pun intended, but clouded around there, stuff like that. You can tell Tim Curry had a lot of fun with his performance as Pennywise there. There were pretty good amount of funny scenes involved Pennywise there. Well, probably my favorite part there involved the library scene there, where he just kind of messes around and whatnot, so... So everybody, definitely my favorite thing overall from the CV Kings, everybody, was Tim Curry's performance as Pennywise there. Although the second strongest performance, everybody, I'll probably have to go to Seth Green as young Richie, everybody. Everyone, there is a little bit of bias there, everyone, as I am a fan of a lot of Seth Green's work there. But he probably had the second best overall performance in it, everybody. You could tell how much charisma, energy he had, even when he was younger there. You could tell he would become a big star himself there. And he's been involved in tons of projects since then, from different TV shows as well as different movies as well there, so yeah. Well, I thought acting-wise, everybody did relatively good there. Tim Curry and Seth Green probably the strongest performances, in my opinion, there. And the last thing I'll talk about, everybody, in terms of things I really liked about it, everybody, is I really did enjoy a lot of what they were doing with the first half of it, everybody. Had a strong introduction of all the characters there. It had pretty good balance with back and forth by introducing different characters there, as well as going detail about their backstory there. Showing how they all became friends there and whatnot, and their history with Pennywise and it as a whole there. It's flat, I did really enjoy the first a lot. I really did enjoy a lot what they did at the first half of It Everyone. Well, that's pretty much it for the pros, everybody. For CV Kings, everybody, now onto the cons here, and different criticism one. My first and definitely my biggest problem, everybody, is that I felt like the second half of It Everyone, it was, for me personally, it wasn't as enjoyable as the first half, everybody, for kind of multiple reasons there. They might be due to the part of, more focused on the adult version of the main characters there, rather, instead of balance out with the adults and the kids, everyone. And no offense to the adult actors, everybody, but I felt like the adult iterations of our characters there, I felt like it didn't connect much with them there, felt like they didn't have as strong of a chemistry as their younger counterparts there, so kind of blame more of the writing there than the actors themselves there, so. Another reason, everybody, is, well, I felt like things were relatively well balanced during the first part, everybody, but during the second half, everybody, I felt like things got a much slower pace there, but too slow there, or I felt like kind of took too long for the overall story to progress there, so that have our characters, you know, move along with the plot there, whatnot there. It did kind of suck the sail of the woods there, in terms of the engagement and the overall conflict they did there, so that everybody, which is a real shame there, considering they did a lot of build up there during the beginning portion there, whatnot. Is our Burberry one. Next verse is going to be a bit of a minor one, everybody. But it's more of a pet peeve by everybody. But I wasn't a fan. I was not a fan of Henry. Everybody. He does his job well enough as a secondary antagonist, everybody. But I'm just not a fan of the bully characters. I'm just not a fan of the bully type characters, everybody. I mean, I remember bringing this up. When I reviewed Owl House last year, where I talked about with Boss Shut there and whatnot. A lot of the criticisms I gave for her character there get applied to Henry there. Pretty much a generic bully character there, and so that, just there as a secondary antagonist for our main characters there and whatnot. It really didn't get invested with him as a character. I found him pretty generic there, and so that, same with his minions and whatnot there, so yeah. So, I wasn't a fan of Henry or his fellow bully goons there and whatnot, so yeah. Found pretty generic there. I mean, they served their job well enough as secondary antagonists there, but I didn't really care much about them, whatnot, so yeah. And, of course, everybody, last little bit, everybody, I'll be talking about here for everyone, that being the ending, per se, there, more specifically, the final fights, everyone, where the big climactic battle with the main characters and everybody, where they get its final form there, that being a giant spider. There, I'm not going to harp on it too much here, as, this was back in the 1990s there, and, in general, TV production, projects don't get as much of a budget compared to movie projects there. But with that being said, out of all the things that, they could have had, it transformed to there, considering all the different shape-shifting powers we saw it do there, throughout the movie, throughout the iteration of it there by a giant spider. I just felt like it was pretty generic there, a little bit disappointed there, could have come up with something a little bit better there, so that. Now, I have seen some people try to defend this everybody by saying that, its final form is, too complex for the human mind to comprehend there, so the closest thing that could come to the humans come to, comprehending its final form, there would be a spider there. Plus, in the original book by Stephen King, everybody, it's pretty vague on what its true final form is there, so that. But that being said, everybody, I still think they could have done something a little bit better than a giant spider for our main characters to fight there, so yeah. Pretty anticlimactic way, for all the build up there, and just have the characters fight a giant spider there. I mean, unless your someone has a giant fear of spiders, there, it's pretty lackluster considering all the different abilities that we see that do there. From mind manipulation there, shape shifting, all the other stuff there, whatnot. So yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for pros and cons for Stephen King's everybody. Now to my overall final thoughts or one. So overall, everybody, Stephen King's everybody, like I said, overall rather mixed bag. There were definitely some things I enjoyed about it there. Felt like the second half definitely sucked the wind out of it as a whole, everybody. There was definitely a lot of potential to make. Yeah, I felt like there was a lot of missed opportunity there with it, everyone, or it could have been a whole lot better. Yeah, look at what we got the final product there. Felt like if they did some things differently there, would have been more satisfied to see it there. But after watching it through its entirety there, about 3 hours or by, I was left a little disappointed at how it ended there and whatnot, and the final fight and whatnot there. So yeah. Or they could have done something a little bit different there to make things a little bit more exciting and whatnot there. And do a little bit better job with the pacing during the second half there and whatnot. So yeah. So as for my overall final prediction, by CBK's it will be getting a rated rate for me there. If you're someone who's curious, out of curiosity wants to check out CBK's everybody, haven't seen it before there, want to check out their then they might have some enjoyment watching it there, but for people who see the recent It films there and expecting the 1990 It just be on the same level everybody, you all are gonna be pretty disappointed there. So yeah. Worry about the products, write things up for this review everybody. Next time everybody, in terms of reviews, everyone, we will be continuing the It look along everybody, look through everybody as we'll be reviewing the 2017 It movie there for the next review everybody. Well, I will also be having my first impressions video on Owl House Season 3 there. So make sure I'll see through that there. Until next time, everybody. Alright, that's all for now. If you all saw here, make sure you like button, new channel, hit the subscribe, hit the bell notification icon so you won't miss any uploads. I'll see you all next time. Starbake, say out. Peace.